Hold up. Did you hear what happened at Maluma's Mexico City concert? In the middle of his performance, the Colombian superstar actually stopped the show to address a mother holding her baby without ear protection during his Plus Pretty Plus Dirty World Tour. Yep, he paused the music, pointed, and gave a heartfelt scolding. In a clip that quickly made the rounds online, Maluma earned applause from some fans and raised eyebrows with others. But here's the thing. The moment shines a light on a sobering truth about concert safety, parenting responsibilities, and how performers navigate unexpected emergencies. Let's break it all down. Maluma had been delivering a high-energy set in Mexico City, part of the final leg of his global tour, when he caught sight of a mother cradling her young child above shoulder height. The music was blasting, the lights were fierce, and the acoustics were booming. With palpable concern in his voice, he interrupted his performance, paused, and asked, "How old are they? A year old? Less? A year?" Then he made his point. "Do you think it's a good idea to bring a 1-year-old baby to a concert where the decibels are this fucking high?" It wasn't just words. It was a plea. That baby doesn't even know what it's doing here. Next time, protect their ears or something. That's your responsibility. As the crowd reacted, Maluma softened his tone. "I'm telling you with all love and respect, now that I'm a father, I would never bring them to a concert. For the next time, be a bit more aware." It was a striking reminder that even in the middle of a wild performance, artists may feel compelled to protect their most vulnerable fans. Why does this matter? Well, prolonged exposure to loud music, especially at levels typical of concerts, can damage a child's hearing. Infants and toddlers have much more sensitive ears than adults. Experts often warn that children's ear canals absorb sound more intensely, causing potential long-term harm. Unfortunately, hearing protection for kids under 2 is not always common at big venues, and so performers stepping in can bring much-needed awareness. There's another layer. Of course, the optics. Seeing a parent wave a child around at a concert and capturing that on video triggers strong emotional responses. Some viewers praise Maluma for speaking up. Others felt he was overstepping boundaries. Remember, as a public figure, he might have felt obligated to call it out in real time. At the same time, the mother was publicly exposed, potentially embarrassed, in front of thousands. The tension between advocacy and judgment became central to how people reacted online. Let's talk about concert culture for a moment. Concert venues have rules, age restrictions, seating arrangements, and sometimes even requirements for ear protection. But enforcement is usually hands-off, unless a situation becomes urgent. Often, parents bring their children to concerts without realizing how harsh the environment can be. Bright lights, booming speakers, and crowded crowds aren't baby-friendly. And nobody wants to see an unhappy or hurt little one caught in the middle. What can venues do to step up? Some theaters offer child-sized earplugs or earmuffs. Some concert organizers hand out free disposable ear protection to attendees of all ages. And in other cases, ushers will help families find quieter areas or offer alternative accommodations. I'd argue that everyone, from show producers to ushers to parents, has a responsibility to think ahead when kids are involved. For parents, this is a gentle nudge to think twice about bringing young children into environments designed for loud adult entertainment. If you're going to bring a kid, even just for a few songs, do your research. Are there quiet areas? Can they tolerate the noise levels? Are decibel-reducing headphones available? And above all, are they having fun or just being held up like a toy under spotlights? For performers like Maluma, pausing a concert in real time to protect a child sends a powerful message. It emphasizes that even in the middle of a spectacle, human care matters more. And considering Maluma himself is a father, his empathy resonates. It adds sincerity to his words. This wasn't a staged moment. It was a parent looking out for another's child. Online reactions ran the gamut. Many applauded Maluma's quick thinking and courage to pause the show in the name of child safety. Some fans wrote comments like, "Props to him for stopping and saying something." Others thought he was shaming the mother or even the wrong messenger to call her out in public. The discussion opened a broader conversation about where the line between concern and judgment is drawn. At the end of the day, the incident reminds us of how complex concert experiences can be. Between soaring vocals, flashing lights, and communal energy, it's easy to lose sight of personal well-being, especially for kids. Concerts, and part of that includes keeping fans safe. So here's hoping venues and artists alike take steps to shield the littlest fans. So where does this go next? I'd love to see more proactive measures, ear protection stations, family-friendly zones, and clearer guidance from artists before shows. And for parents, a bit of foresight can go a long way. Bring the energy, yes, but bring it smart and safe. That way, everyone leaves with a great memory and no ringing ears. While Maluma's words may have felt harsh to some, they also sparked an important public dialogue. In today's world, where social media moments instantly go viral, artists are increasingly aware of how their actions can influence safety culture. Maluma, who recently became a father himself, approached the moment not with anger, but with a sense of personal responsibility. His perspective came from empathy, not judgment. He wasn't just calling out a mistake. He was advocating for that child's health and using his platform to raise awareness. That's not something every artist is willing to do in the middle of a packed show, especially knowing how easily it could backfire online. But this time, the moment opened a conversation that goes far beyond music. It's about being mindful of those who can't speak up for themselves. From a broader cultural perspective, this moment touches on how we view parenting in public spaces. There's often a fine line between including kids in everyday life and exposing them to environments that may not be suitable for their development. Concerts, especially arena or stadium shows, aren't just entertainment venues. They're sensory overload zones. For infants and toddlers, these spaces can cause stress, discomfort, or even harm. Maluma's call-out, however blunt, raised awareness about that risk in a way that resonated across borders and languages. It's a reminder to all caregivers to think critically about what's safe, what's fun, and what's simply too much. And hopefully, it inspires others to make more informed decisions next time they're heading out to a live event with a little one in tow. In the end, this story isn't really about a concert interruption. It's about accountability. It's about how artists can use their influence to protect and educate, and how fans, especially parents, have a role in creating safe, shared spaces. Maluma didn't shame that mother. He highlighted a learning opportunity for thousands of viewers watching worldwide. And now, the question lingers. How will other artists respond when faced with similar situations? Will venues implement clearer guidelines for parents bringing small children? Will this moment shift how we think about family-friendly spaces in adult-oriented events? Only time will tell. But for now, it's clear that Maluma's message was heard loud and clear. And if that means even one parent brings ear protection for their child next time, then maybe that brief pause in the music was worth every second.